What's up guys, John back with another reaction video, and today we are reacting to traditional Korean sports. Now, I'm here in Korea, everyone knows. I moved here because of my business. My wife is Korean, and also I came here and I studied Korean for about a year before doing my MBA also in Korean. So I know a little bit about Korean history, about Korean culture, and about Korean food. When I first came to Korea, my MBA program, or basically every Korean university, is very proud to show foreigners their culture. So there's a lot of free cultural trips for international students here in Korea. So I got a lot of chances to go and explore historical sites, try some Korean traditional foods, and also wearing Korean clothing. So I have a good amount of knowledge about Korea since I've been here for about 7 years now. But there's one thing that I don't know much about, and that's about Korean sports. So today we're going to take a look at some traditional Korean sports that I think more sports than games. There's a lot of Korean games as well, but it's kind of hard to react to that. So I'm going to react to just traditional Korean sports, and let's see. I'm kind of not actually sure what Korean sports are. So let's go and take a look. All right, so I typed in Korean sports, and this is what came up. There is called 정도 소삼, 소사음. Correct me if any Korean speakers out there. I might not be able to pronounce it perfectly. But this is like Korean bullfighting, so I think that's pretty interesting. Never never heard of that before. And this one, 자존놀이, um, involves an entire community. That's crazy. They ram like several strongmen captained by one leader repeatedly ram into each other. That sounds dangerous. A lot of these games are dangerous. Korean chess. We're not gonna do that. Hapkido. That's pretty interesting. I didn't know that was Korean. Go Stop. I think everyone knows about this game. Turtagi, rope walking. I want to take a look at that. Um, Chuseok. I didn't know kite flying during Chuseok was like tied in together. I thought just Korean people just did it anyways, just for fun. But obviously we're not doing that. Nortwigi, Nortwigi, Korean seesaw. I've seen that in the traditional like Korean palaces, but I never seen anyone do that. So I think we're gonna take a look at that. And Shirum, Korean wrestling. I've seen that, but I don't really understand the game. It's kind of like sumo wrestling, but like with skinnier guys. So we're gonna take a look at that, and everyone knows Taekwondo. So we're not gonna take a look at that. So let's take a look at this one, the Korean bullfighting. All right, so when I typed in, it's called 정도소사음 축제. So I have no idea what this is. I kind of took a look at it a little bit, but I don't know what this kind of bullfighting. Let's take a look. Okay, there are two bulls, one with numbers. Yeah, if anyone knows like what the rules are, let me know. But I think you're supposed to like, these two bulls are supposed to push each other out of a circle, and whoever does that wins. So whichever bull is the weakest, loses. So this is a lot different than Spanish bullfighting or Mexican bullfighting, where they have a person. So I'm very curious. Uh, and these, bulls are males, right? So I don't. I guess if you have two bulls together, they don't really like it. They like they just want to be dominant. So their goal is to attack the other male. It looks like. Um, I don't know. Is this like a betting game or something like that? Is that how you win money? I'm assuming you bet so that that's how you can win. But I don't know. I just feel like nowadays with like animal cruelty, all that kind of stuff, isn't that kind of like Koreans anyways are into like that kind of thing. So I don't know if this is still legal or not. Let me know down in the comments if you are Korean. Is this is this allowed in Korea still? Because this video is like 12 years old, so that's like a really long time in Korea. So I'm not exactly sure. And these poor bulls are tired. So and this guy looks like he's like the referee. This guy's drinking water. He's not doing anything. Oh, look at the guy. The bulls. Almost poked him in the eye. Dangkung. Dangkung means peanut. I guess that's his name? Dangbong means peanut, yeah. I guess that's his name. They spray painted the name on top. So they can recognize the bull. The bulls are too tired. Oh, they need a break. And these bulls definitely are big. Don't get me wrong, they're huge. But they're not as big as like North American bulls. Like if you see like watch bullfighting, they're pretty big, and these look a little bit smaller than them. So I don't understand like where's the boundaries of this game, because I don't see a ring or anything like that on the side. So I'm not exactly sure like what's going on. Does it mean it's over? Oh no, they're still going. How long does this go for? Oh, he's starting to push him. But the problem is I don't know if the bulls know where to push. There's no one like kind of directing them where to push. So I don't know. Um. Oh. So I'm guessing that once one kind of backs away, then I think that's it. Let's see here. It's bull versus bull. Two bulls butt heads and try to push each other backwards. The first bull to back off loses. So there is no ring. It's just whoever backs off loses. So I guess that's how you bet money and win. So let's take a look at the next game. 차전놀이. Yeah, 차전놀이 Andong Mask Festival Fall. If you guys don't know where Andong is, it's kind of like south in the middle of South Korea, and it's famous for their spicy chicken dish, and it's really good. I tried it before when I first came to Korea. So there's like a ton of people. That's cool that they're wearing like traditional Korean. I don't know what they're called. Just traditional Korean clothing. Wow, that's crazy. You got like people running around and two guys on top of some sort of wooden platform. Um, and I'm not sure what the point of this game is. Hold on, let me check. Okay, so it is involving the entire community, right? So two dongtae, so ships made from wood and old rice stalks, each borne by several strong men and captained by one leader, repeatedly ram into each other. If the leader falls down or if the ship is allowed to touch the ground, opposing side wins. Okay. So let's see the two communities here, or villages. Whoa! They're like hyping up the crowd. Well, let me know, has anyone ever gone to one of these before? Because I have not even heard of this before. Never has anyone told me about this game, so I'm very excited to see this. This looks crazy. I mean, how do you practice for this? Is there like a league or something? Okay, so it looks like they're about to battle. Wow, this is crazy. I guess there are teams, and then they try to control, and then the captain, you know, I guess the captain's telling them like where to go. I see. I don't know what's going on, but it looks really cool. Let me know down in the comments. Maybe you can tell me a little bit more about this game because I have no idea what's going on. All right, so I found another video about it. Um, Maybe it'll give us a better idea of like how it's played. So they got the red team and the blue team. I wonder how. I don't think it's violent. I mean, it doesn't look like they're too violent. I mean, they're not like fighting or anything, but I guess the main part of the game is these two battleships here. All right, here they go. Are they gonna ram in each other or what? They're just carrying the wooden parts. Okay, now there's like musicians. Is this like halftime? Okay, so it's kind of like pushing each other. I think it'd be fun to be a captain. But I just don't know like when is the actual competition beginning? There's a lot of cheering and a lot of showboating, but not a lot of action here. Whoa! All right. Okay, so I guess that's it. All right, so the next game we're gonna take a look at is 줄타기, which is the rope walking. So rather than simply walking from one end of the rope to the other, Korean tightrope walkers jump up and down, do somersaults, and tell jokes to the audience. I've seen this actually. They had this while I was touring one of the palaces. Yeah, this is usually done for like show and performances. It's not really like a sport, but I thought it was pretty interesting, and it takes a lot of skill to do, um, and it looks very painful if you guys know what I mean. I mean, they're bouncing up and down the whole time. I hope they have protection. And you know, these people are really acrobatic. I feel like. All right, here's a better display. I think looks like a Korean festival in the Europe or something like that. But basically, this is the same thing. The rope is pretty high up in the air, about maybe like 10. I don't know. It looks like 8 to 10 feet off the ground. And then there's a guy jumping on top of it. Um, and what he does is he just like balances it, and then he tries to hype up the crowd. Does some flips, that kind of thing. It's kind of like a show. That's amazing. No hands, nothing. All right, so let me know what you guys think of 줄타기. I think that was a pretty interesting sport. We're gonna take a look at 놀뛰기. 놀뛰기 is Korean seesaw. So 놀뛰기, it says, unlike the West where the riders sit atop either side of the seesaw, 놀뛰기 participants stand on their side, then jump up, forcing their partner into the air on the opposite side. This game is popular among females, usually during traditional holidays and festivals. So let's take a look. Whoa. Oh. Uh, so they just jump up and do like tricks, it looks like. Can you do flips? Wow. That looks like fun, actually. It's like a trampoline, like old school trampoline. So I guess they tell each other like when I'm, it's like, that's it, I'm done. Here's some with like younger people. There's a guy in the middle. They're not. They're definitely not going as high, but they're like turning around. Let me know if you're. Are they supposed to do like flips or something, or just jump up and down? Because it could be fun, but also it could be kind of boring after a while. That's how I feel. I mean, unless you're doing something in the air. I mean, or trying to like, you know, see who can jump the highest. Whoa, they're getting some air. Whoa. It's kind of like acrobats, you know? Have you guys ever seen like Chinese acrobats where they kind of, balance plates on their head or they're on a stick or something like that? It's kind of like that, but um, I guess this is like more acrobatic and see who can do like I I don't know if this is choreographed or is if the point is to copy the other person. Yep. So let me know 놀뛰기 Korean seesaw if what's the point of the game or if it's just for fun just like playing seesaw and just chilling with your friends at the park or something like that. All right. So the last Korean game we're going to take a look at is 씨름. Korean wrestling is somewhat similar to Japanese sumo wrestling, with two opponents trying to wrestle each other in a sandy ring. The one who throws his opponent to the ground wins a point. The annual competitions attract many spectators. Let's take a look. Oh, so this is more like a real sport. These guys are pretty big. So they have arenas and everything. So I think this is more legit. This is more of a real sport than. Okay, so it's wrestling. They go by weight classes, and I'm pretty sure it's whoever throws each other out of the ring or topples the other person it gets point. So okay, so I think that guy did something wrong. Hey, if you guys know the rules, let me know. I don't really know the rules. And do any of these people get paid, or is this just for fun? So it looks like you only can grab their. Um, oh, it's tied only to one side, so the right leg. It looks like. So you only can grab like one side and lift from there. So it is. So whoever pins the other guy on the ground gets a point. All right. Looks like this guy won the point. Oh, he kind of fell back. Oh, again. Oh, this is a replay. He's super stoked about it. He's stoked. All right, so that's my reaction to a traditional Korean sports. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of the sports. I'm sure there's many other ones. I was just able to find just a couple that I wanted to react to that I thought were pretty interesting. There were some that I had no idea about, and there were some that I had a little bit of knowledge of from traveling around Korea and also visiting a lot of places. So I kind of had an idea of what they looked like. So please like, subscribe, let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought of these sports, and I'll see you guys in the next video.